wireless LAN. Wireless LAN is a short form for wireless local area network. Wireless LAN links two or more devices using wireless communication to form a local area network within areas such as home or school. Next, wireless LANs are based on IEEE 802.11 standards and are marketed under the Wi-Fi brand name. Next, it provides a connection to a wider internet and is for installation and use. So basically, there are 4 types of wireless LAN. The first one is infrastructure, the second one is peer-to-peer, the third is bridge, and the fourth is wireless distribution system. Second one is infrastructure. It is deployed in infrastructure mode. That the base station acts as a wireless access point hub. The second is peer-to-peer, where the two PCs are equipped with wireless adapter cards can be set up as an independent network. The third is the bridge that can be used to connect networks typically or different types. And last, wireless distribution system enables the wireless interconnection of access point in the standard form. So basically, there are advantages and disadvantages of wireless LAN. For advantages, the first one is installation flexibility, second, reduced cost of ownership, and third, mobility. For the disadvantages, of course, the first one is cost, because the wireless network cards are cost 4 times more than wired network cards. Second, environmental condition, and last, less coverage. So I will provide some video on how you want to connect with wireless network without using internet cable. So what you need to do is click on the start menu and then select control panel. Click on network and internet and then network and sharing center. On the left hand side, click on manage wireless networks. If you see any networks matching the SSID note earlier, you will need to remove it. To remove the saved networks, select the network and then click the remove button. Click on yes to confirm that you want to remove the network. If your SSID is not listed or you have to remove it, click the back button. Click on change adapter settings on the left. Select the wireless network connection. If you cannot see a wireless icon, your wireless adapter may not be installed or instead correctly. Check this before continuing. Right click on the wireless network connection and select connect disconnect. You should see a network listed with the SSID node earlier. Select this network and then click the connect button. You may be prompted for a network security key, which is also a passphrase or a WAP or WPA. Once you type the key in, click in the OK button. You may then see a window that asks you to select a calculation network. Select the home network. To verify that the wireless is connected, click on the wireless icon in the system tray and see if it has internet access. Once that is done, you will then be connected to the internet and be able to go online without the internet cable. Okay, that's all about the wireless LAN. It is a simple and easy way for you to understand on how you want to connect the wireless network.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Ainnabilla Binti Azmi from JIM1104A. I would like to explain about my part, which is Internet. Refer on the website that we have been greeted. Internet is the most popular network topology. It configured as either a bus or a star. In other words, Internet is a standard communication protocol that is embedded in the software and hardware devices. It is used to build a network for the local area. The local area network is a computer network that interconnects a group of computers and share information through cables or wires. Ethernet is typically less vulnerable to disruption. It can also offer a higher level of network security and control than wireless technology, since devices must connect via physical cable. This makes it difficult for outsiders to access network data or hijack bandwidth for unsanctioned devices. So now let's understand what is an Ethernet topology. Bus topology. Bus topology connects each node in a line, has no central connection point. And star topology is a topology that connects all nodes to centralized hub, more popular and easier to maintain, and patch cable and crossover cables. This is an image that show bus and a star topologies. This one is a hub which pass through devices to connect nodes on a network. And this figure shows that this is a star bus topology. And the last one is the picture showed a bridge that connects two Ethernet segments. Next, I will explain about the use of Ethernet. Why is Ethernet used? Ethernet is used for connecting devices within a network and remains a popular form of network connection. Besides that, for local network used by specific organizations such as company offices, school, campus, and hospital. Ethernet also is used to deliver high speed, safety, and reliability. Other than that, Ethernet ability to evolve and deliver high levels of performance while also maintaining backward compatibility ensure its sustained popularity. Ethernet's and popularity. Next, I will explain about the different types of Ethernet cables. Types of Ethernet networks. Fast Ethernet, Gigabit Ethernet, and 10 Gigabit Ethernet. Fast Ethernet refers to an Ethernet network that can transfer data at a rate of 100 Mbps. It can be based on a twist pair of fiber optic cable, and the older 10 bits Ethernet is still installed and used, but such networks do not provide the necessary bandwidth for some network video application. Gigabit Ethernet, based on a twist pair or fiber cable, delivers a data rate of 100 Mbps, which means 1 gigabit, and is becoming very popular. Comes to 10 Gigabit Ethernet. 10 Gigabit Ethernet is the latest generation and delivers a data rate of 10 gigabits. And a fiber optic or twisted pair cable can be used. With a twisted pair solution, a very high quality cable, which is Cat6A or Cat7, is required. And this showed in this website that the different variants of Ethernet technologies according to the type and diameter of the cable used as given below. Used as given in the website. Last but not least, I will explain about the advantages and disadvantages of Ethernet. Based on the website that I've explained there, the Ethernet has many benefits for user, which is make it has become so popular. However, there are also a few disadvantages of Ethernet. The advantage is relatively low cost, data security, reliability, speed, good quality data transfer, generally noise resistance, compatibility backwards. The disadvantages of Ethernet is it is designed for smaller, shorter distance network. When troubleshooting, it is hard to track which specific cable or node is causing the problem. Next is receivers do not acknowledge reception of data packets. Its increased traffic makes the speed of the Ethernet increased traffic makes the increased traffic that makes the speed of Ethernet go down, and it doesn't work well with real-time or interactive application. And the last one is mobility is very limited. So now I would like to share to all of you on how to fix Ethernet connection problems on Windows 10, 8 and 7. So the first one is you have to press Windows keys and R at the same time. Then this thing will be pop up. Then you enter ncpl.cpl. Then you click OK. Click the Ethernet, right click, then click the properties, configure, go to advanced and network address. In the value you have to enter 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Then you click A B, then OK. So this method will probably solve your problems. So then thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Elya Syazwani Binti Joha from JIM1104A. I would like to explain about my part, which is FDDI stand for Fiber Distributed Data Interface. And about the FDDI, which is Fiber Distributed Data Interface. This is a set of ANSI and ISO standard for transmission the data from the local network over fiber optic cable. We also have difference between the FDDI connector and fiber optical connector, which is fiber optical connector is more advanced. Optical fiber connector terminated the end of an optical fiber and enable quicker connection and disconnection than splicing. We also know that many types of optical connector have been developed at different time with different purpose. Okay, now we discuss about the further of FDDI, which is FDDI uses optical fiber as its physical medium. Because of what? Because this connector provide high data rate of 100 megabyte and can support thousands of users. So at the same time, a lot of users can use this FDDI. Next is this FDDI contain two token rings, which is first is primary rings and second is secondary ring. Primary rings is for the transmission, data transmission, and secondary ring is for the reliability. FDDI technology can also be used as a backbone for a wide area network and used in lengths up to 200 kilometers. So we know that this FDDI is really good. This FDDI also operates in the physical and medium access control of the open systems interconnection, which is OSI network model. Okay, the frame format of FDDI. Every FDDI has this frame format, which is it start from the preambles and then start delimiters, frame control, destination address, source address, checksum, and lastly is end delimiter. Every frame format and the part in this frame format have their own bytes, so we must look for the every bytes that they show. The advantages of FDDI, Fiber Distributed Data Interface. First, it offers higher bandwidth and it can handle data rates up to 100 megabytes. Next is it offers high security, and also the fiber optic cable does not break easily as other types of cable. These fiber optic cables are not susceptible to electromagnetic interface, and it can transmit signal over greater distance, about 200 kilometers. Then, this fiber optic cable also have a less weight compared to the copper wire. It means that it more good and different with others. Lastly is FDDI uses multiple tokens to improve network speed, which is they use two token rings. First is primary rings and second is secondary rings. Okay, we have two disadvantages of FDDI. First is FDDI is complex, and Second is FDDI is costly. Why we said that FDDI is complex? Because the installation and maintenance require great deals of expertise, and FDDI is costly because fiber optic cables and adapters are very expensive. Usually, we have the problem when we want to choose the FDDI connector. So the solution, we must follow and choose based on the types and the different purposes. And now we will be looking at the differences between single mode and multi-mode fiber option. Single mode cable have a small diameter 9 micron core allowing one pathway of light. Multi-mode cables have two different large diameter core size 50 and 62.5 micron allowing multiple pathway of light. 50 micron cables provide longer link distance and higher speed than 62.5 micron cables. Single mode cable have theoretically unlimited bandwidth, whereas multi-mode cable have a limited bandwidth, with 50 micron cables providing 3 times to the bandwidth of 62.5 micron cables. Single mode cables are more suitable for long distance application, while multi-mode cables have better suit for short distance application. Single mode and multi-mode cable are available in both duplex and simplex option. Fixed fiber option cables consist of two fibers, usually in a side-by-side style. They are used in applications that require simulations by directional data transfer, such as fiber switch, server, and modem. Simple fiber option cables consist of a single fiber. They are used in applications that require one-way data transfer. Single mode fiber option cables are typically used in applications spread out longer than a few miles, such as telephone companies rating, connection between switching officials. Multi-mode cables can be used in more general fiber applications, such as connecting fiber option to the desktop, adding segment to existing network, or on small application including alarm and security system. Okay, I think that's all from me, and I hope everyone will choose the correct FDDI connector after watch this video.
I am Aina Aliyaa Binti Supaat. So today I'm going to talk about the website that I'm going to show you guys, which is the technical support services maintenance.cms.webnode.com. That is my groupmate's website. It is basically explain about technical support and maintenance. Okay, the purpose of this website is for you to explore and to know more about, to learn and to know more about basic things that you have to know, especially when it comes to networking fundamental, physical network architecture. So basically this is our website. Okay, and today I'm going to explain more about my part, which is token ring. So this is how the websites look like. This is the subject, which is token ring. Token ring is a local area network LAN, and then there are 3 topics under this token ring, which are definition of token ring. Secondly is how token ring works, and the last one is pros and cons of token rings, basically the advantages and disadvantages of token rings. So firstly, let's talk about the definition of token rings. Okay, so let's start with the introduction of the token ring. Token ring is basically it started being developed during 1980s. It was developed by the IBM for a local area network. IBM is actually American multinational technology company, which is IBM stands for International Business Machines Corporation. So it was developed by the IBM. It is actually a local area network, which is LAN. Many people call it as LAN. So to make it more easy for you to understand, to be honest, token ring is actually an old technology. Nowadays we do not have the token ring anymore, because we more prefer to use the Ethernet that can work exactly like token ring, but it is in a better way. So during the old days, people always in denial to choose either LAN or LANs is better. But however, right, next, the definition of token ring is it is all category of LAN that are connected, which is to form a logical ring. However, people must take note that token ring also called as ring topology, and it is not a physical thing that you can see or touch. It is actually an invisible theory, but it works to connect the computer. Okay, so this is how the token ring works. First thing first, you have to know that a LAN system are all arranged in a logical ring, which means all hosts are connected in a ring topology. It's a ring, so it's around. So firstly, the token in an empty frame will go around the ring non-stop. Okay, so there is a circle, so the token will go around the ring non-stop. And then for the token ring, there will be 3 fields for the empty token frame, which are first start delimiter, second access control, third end delimiter. After that, the token will move around the ring if a host doesn't have anything to transmit. Okay, so basically when there is a ring, there will be so many holes around the ring, and then the token will just move around the ring without stopping at any host, because there is no because the host will have nothing to transmit to the token, so the token will just pass the host. Alright, so the next one is if a host have a message to deliver, the host will catch the token. Okay, basically there is a host, and then this is round. Okay, so the host will catch the token and attach the data, and it will send it back to the ring. Okay, however, if the computer gets a frame that consists data by the token, and then it realizes that they are unable to transfer the data by their own, they will follow these steps. Okay, so firstly, if the case is it's not the transmitter or destination, it will just retransmit the frame and move it in the ring to the next host. Okay, secondly, if the case is it is the message destination, then it will copy the message from the frame and then it will remove the token. Other than that, if the issue is it is the sender, then it will determine the message that has been received, then it will restore it. Okay, it will restore it, it will change to an empty status, and then lastly, it will transfer the empty frame around the ring. Okay, so that's all. That is how token ring works. Alright, so now moving on into the last topic that we will be covering for the token ring, which is the pros and cons of token rings. Alright, so as we all know, whatever things that we encounter in this life, there must be the pros and cons. This is the same thing goes to the token ring. So basically, I'm going to explain about the pros and cons of token ring. The pros and cons of token ring has been considered by comparing the token ring with the Ethernet. So the advantages of the token ring, firstly, it is there will be no collisions when it is working or connected with the host. This happened because, as I told you guys, the token will pass around the host. So this passing method can avoid simultaneous transmission of multiple stations. And on the other side, if we are using Ethernet, this collision thing might happen. This is because some of hosts are transmitting the data all at once. However, if you are using Ethernet, this can be managed by using CSMA or CD. But you might face, however, if you are using the CSMA or CD, you might face the low speed. Okay, so the next advantages is we can add or remove the station computers from the network easily. And lastly, it is impossible for the network to have any error detection and correction even though the hosts are not working very well. Okay, so moving on, the advantages of the token ring is this is an old technology. So when we are using this, we have to expect the low speed of the token ring. So not like the Ethernet, it can work with 100 Mbits when the token ring stop at 16 Mbits. So the Ethernet can work at 100 Mbits while token ring will stop at 16 Mbits. So there is a huge difference between token ring and Ethernet when it comes to the speed. So the last disadvantages is token ring is an expensive hardware. So when it is broken, we might find it hard to fix or find the hardware because it is expensive. So many people would have thought to use the Ethernet because the hardware is a lot way cheaper. So that's all for the advantages and disadvantages of token rings that has been compared between token rings and also the Ethernet. Thank you.
All hosts or workstations are connected in a ring topology. The token, an empty frame, is continuously circulated on the ring. An empty token has only three fields: start delimiter, access control, and end delimiter. The token is like a taxi moving on a loop in a neighborhood. If a workstation doesn't have anything to transmit, it passes the token along. If it does have something to transmit, it catches the token and attaches the data and sends it back to the ring. Let's use an example to demonstrate how it works. Suppose workstation A has a message to send to workstation B. It catches the passing token and attaches its data and adds header information such as frame control, destination address, source address, FCS, and frame status. Now the empty token becomes a data or command frame. The token is released back to the ring and then examined by each successive workstation, which checks the destination address against their own address, and then passes along if they do not match. When the data frame reaches the destination, workstation B copies the frame, changes frame status, and then releases the token back to the network. Frame status provides confirmation that the message has been delivered successfully. It is like raising a flag telling others data is already delivered and copied. When the token gets back to the sender, workstation A removes the message from the token and then releases a new empty token back to the network. The token becomes available again, ready to take next message. In a token ring network, the media access method is called token passing. When a workstation wants to transmit data, it should hold the token until it is done. If any other hosts want to send data, they should wait.